Hey man, this your boy K Smooth, man, coming to you with another video, man. Hey man, tune in. Boxing Talk 100. And let's get right to it, man. Hey man, I know we right around the corner, man, but I just kind of want to just break it down, you know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson and Schofield. And a lot of people, hey, I'll tell you this, man. We know for a fact that Shakur's, highly favored, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not taking nothing away from Schofield. The kid, he looks pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be one for the ages, man. Styles. It's gonna be tough, man, because it's like, is Shakur gonna come in the middle and fight, or is he gonna come, and box like the way how he supposed to box? You can get mad for him, fighting off his back feet, or if they say running or whatever, but Shakur is a very well skilled boxer, you know what I'm saying, that can move in the ring and can stand, right in front of you, you know what I'm saying, and pick you apart, you know what I'm saying. Schofield is pretty damn good as well, being undefeated, and I would say, definitely with this fight, you know what I'm saying, I'll definitely favor him with the power. You know what I'm saying? If he catch Shakur, man, it could be, early night, you know what I'm saying? For Shakur. But we all know that won't be the case, you know what I'm saying? It could. You know what I'm saying? Because, anything is possible. But we know of Shakur, his skills and the way how he moves, and, being a boxing expert. He's gonna come, to be able to fight. You know what I'm saying? They can be mad all they want to about Shakur, but Shakur, he coming in there to fight and box. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Schofield's gonna come in there and try to hurt, Shakur, and Shakur knows that. That's why, Shakur, he gonna have to be, on he gonna have to stay on top of his toes, man, and be highly alert of, Floyd, you know what I'm saying? Because Floyd, he's going to, stand in front of, Shakur. He's going to try to make it tough as he can to be able to, smother Shakur and put, a lot of pressure coming forth, on Shakur. And that's the reason why we know Shakur having, that good of a, of defense, you know what I'm saying? To be able to face, such as, a guy like, Schofield, you know what I'm saying? Floyd. It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting, the IQ, you know what I'm saying? If Floyd don't come in here and be focused and try to box with Shakur, if he try to go in there and try to knock out Shakur, try to be desperate to knock out Shakur gonna box around Floyd, and it's gonna be an easy night for Shakur, a unanimous decision. But if Floyd do what he's supposed to do, he can match, Shakur in boxing and possibly break down Shakur and, head for the knockout. I would favor, Floyd Schofield, for the knockout. I don't think Shakur got to show me, man, his power and, his knockout power, because I haven't really seen it, especially, facing a highly skilled opponent like Floyd. He gonna have to bring that shit. This ain't no easy opponents, you know what I'm saying? Shakur, you this is, stepping forward into, a new year, 2025, taking on, a great competition, you know what I'm saying, starting with Floyd. So, I think this is a good test for, Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Especially if he want to face Navarro or something like that, or whoever, he's entitled to, possibly facing Shakur. There would be, bigger and better, boxing, you know what I'm saying, the money. It's gonna be right there for you, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bigger and better things, to come, for Shakur. If he's able to get past, Floyd Schofield. And like I said, with Shakur, man, there's a lot of talent at that 135-pound division. You know what I'm saying? We can put Keyshawn Davis in there. You know, we could put Lomachenko in there. You know, we still got some guys that's willing to fight, you know what I'm saying, at 135, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, you know, make these, you know, title fights. Tank could, you know, fight at 135. You know, Frank Martin and you know, he got a fight with I forgot who Frank Martin's fighting. He fighting somebody. He fighting somebody. I think it might be the Ali guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure on that. You know, or it could be De Los Santos. I think it is De Los Santos. Frank Martin versus De Los Santos. So that's like at 135. You know. You know, that's gonna be. You know, it's still a good division. You know what I'm saying? 135. You know. You know, a lot could happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. You know, Andy Cruz. You know, it's a lot of guys still. You know what I'm saying? Andy Cruz still. You know, he still taunts. You know, Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? From the, you know, back in the day. You know, old Olympic style boxing. So he been whooping. He telling him. You know, he's sonning. You know, Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of. I'm like barely hearing about that, but I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a whole nother, you know, beginning. And, you know what I'm saying? It ain't as, you know, them being kids anymore. You know, it's men now, so it's different. And the way, you know, Keyshawn taking off, man, he got a lot of, you know, great things coming his way as well, you know, at 135, and eventually, you know, if he want to be at 140, you know, fighting those guys, you know what I'm saying? He can compete, you know what I'm saying? 135 to 140. It just, what does Keyshawn really want to do? Are you going for unification title matches? You know what I'm saying? Trying to be undisputed at, you know, 135, clear the division. And you never know. You might fuck around and you know, run into, you know, Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what Lomachenko want to do, because I'm pretty sure he got something going on too, you know. There's a lot of guys at 135, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that we got to be able to look forward to. So, you know, like I said, starting with Keyshawn and Floyd, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know, that's a good one, you know what I'm saying, for Turkey, you know, in Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm saying, you know, them putting on, you know, this fight. You know, so who y'all think gonna win, man? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, it's gonna be a good one, man. Like I tell you, like I said, man, I'm not gonna be biased on fucking, you know what I'm saying, on you know, Shakur and Floyd, man. I can't be biased, man. We don't gave Shakur too much credit, man. You know, truth be told, Shakur should be at 140 right now in that type of competition, but you know, he still got to be able to be undisputed at 135 as well, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's still small, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Tank could as well be at, you know, 135 to 140 in between. You know, that's how much talent and you know, the type of boxer, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis is. That motherfucker can line up, you know, with anybody. Hell, he trying to line up with Bud. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, Tank would beat Bud, but man, you know, Tank is tough, man, and you know, Bud is tough too, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's different weight classes, but you know, you can't, you know, you can say if Bud was at, you know, Tank's weight, you know, Tank could, you know, whoop that ass. You know, same as with, you know, Bud, if Tank was to go up there, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think, you know, Bud would destroy him, you know what I'm saying? You know, that for that fight to be made, man, they would have to, you know, come to a conclusion at like 147, definitely at 147. Tank would have to move up to 147 in order for that fight to be made. But man, that's a dangerous fight, you know, for Bud. You know what I'm saying? You know, fucking with, you know, Gervonta. You better stop fucking with, leave Gervonta alone. But Bud is that nigga too now, and he in his bag right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? But we know of both fighters, you know what I'm saying, going back and forward and, you know, talking that shit, you know, being on the internet, you know, they can both bag it up. You know, that's why they talking shit, because they know they ain't never gonna fight each other, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, that's just what it is. That's why Bud be wishing, you know, that you know, Tank will fight, you know, his homie Shakir, or, you know, fight you know, Keyshawn Davis, you know what I'm saying? That's the two fights Bud want to see Gervonta Tank Davis take on. You know, because Bud feel like, you know, Tank ain't really fighting nobody, but I don't know, man. His last fight when he fought Frank Morton, man, y'all see what he did to Frank Morton, man, you know, and I give a lot of fucking credit to Frank Morton, you know what I'm saying, for putting up with Gervonta. In them first rounds, 1 through 5, he was beating the shit out of Tank. But Tank started figuring him out and eventually, you know, picked him apart, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the thing about Frank Martin, man, you should have been moving in the ring, man. You stayed put, you know, to where Tank could hit you. You know what I'm saying? And man, Virgil, he kept telling you to move in the ring, move around in the ring before your head won't get knocked off. And Frank wasn't listening to his trainer. He wasn't listening to his trainer. You know what I'm saying? And that was the results of Tank defeating, you know, Frank Martin, you know, giving Frank Martin his first L. But the same as with Frank, you know, he can move in between. He getting big for 135, so he's going to be hitting 140 here soon, too, to be able to, you know, get into that championship mode. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot at 140, man. There's a lot of motherfucking smoke at 140 we can talk about. And we got to be able to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, who got the belts running a 140-pound division? Teofimo, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo. Devin Haney is like the WBC title champion, but it's like a recess type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm hearing that he got a fight with Jose Ramirez. You know, I think that's easy work for Haney, you know what I'm saying? Because even though Haney got his ass whooped and he was on the layoff, you know, 1 year, you know, for getting his ass whooped, you know, we got to think about Jose Ramirez, how long he been out the boxing game. But Jose Ramirez, you know, we got to understand about Jose Ramirez. He been running shit in boxing too, being a great Mexican champion. You know what I'm saying? From what he done did coming up, you know what I'm saying, being able to be in a position, you know, having a fight with Devin Haney, you know, at 140. It could have been anybody, you know. It's Jose Ramirez, but it could have been a Josh Taylor, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, anybody at 140, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think that's a great matchup, you know what I'm saying? Haney could get his feet wet, you know what I'm saying? Even though he got to be thanking, you know, the great Lord and everybody in the Boxing Association for getting his old back. But 140 is stacked, man. We got Gary and Twan Russell getting ready to fight Valenzuela. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a great matchup. You know, the guy that beat, you know what I'm saying, Isaac Cruz. You know what I'm saying? I think that's his name. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that was a big upset. You know, taking Isaac Cruz's belt and then now him becoming the champion. And now Gary Antoine Russell, you know, gets to be able to take that belt. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, you know, a championship type of match, you know. Valenzuela or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got some interesting matchups, you know what I'm saying? You know, Teofimo, you know, WBO champion at 140. You know, possibly, you know, taking up on Richardson Hitchens, IBF new champion. You know, what other way, you know, both of them being from New York, make that a New York clash, you know what I'm saying? Right in Barclay. Right in New York, you know what I'm saying? And you know the fans is gonna come out for that, you know what I'm saying? Them the two best fighters in New York right now. So why not? You know, make that, you know, a unification fight, you know what I'm saying?